Hi everyone, it's Anthony back with another video, and today we are going to be going through all of my August empties for the month. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I've got, the majority of these are all wins, so let's just dive right in. The first thing that I finished up this month was the Glow Recipe. This is their Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm. Just finished up with this yesterday, and it is a kind of balm-style oil-based cleanser. I featured it in some of my Get Unready With Me videos, and I also did a first impressions video of it, and so I'm over one month into it, finished it up, and I really like it. It's a really nice, smooth, balm-style cleansing product that just kind of melts into an oil once you apply it. And then you just use a minute or so just to kind of massage it in, break down. If you're a makeup wearer, you're breaking down your makeup. Otherwise, I used it to kind of break up sunscreen. And generally just remove excess oil, sebum, dirt, debris, all of that stuff. And it features papaya enzymes. It's also got papaya seed oil in it, strawberry extract, apricot oil in it, camellia seed oil, and it has this nice kind of fruity scent. It doesn't smell like papaya, it just has this kind of like general fruity, maybe a little bit floral scent. It reminds me a lot of the Vanilla Co. Clean It Zero balm. The only thing here is they removed some of the traditional emulsifying ingredients that are used to kind of churn it into that milky rinse. You know, as you rinse it, it kind of becomes milky and rinses from the skin. And so those are like things like PEGs are usually used to create that effect. So they removed that from this formulation and it replaced it with I think it's kind of a derivative of, it's kind of in that same family, but it's not called directly PEG. So they kind of were able to skirt around that a bit. But I found that what this did is cause this cleansing balm to not rinse as thoroughly or as quickly as other cleansing balms I've used. Rather than immediately becoming kind of that milky water and rinsing off, this has a little bit of a waxy, kind of gummy texture that takes some more time to rinse off. So I found myself spending more time in front of the sink, splashing a lot of water, or in the shower, like kind of getting a lot more water on my face and taking more time to rinse this because it just doesn't break down as quickly or as easily as some other cleansing balms I've used in the past. So a little bit of a knock to it there, but otherwise a really nice cleansing balm that is something that you can easily grab at a local Sephora store. So if I was ever in a bind or forgot to order my favorite cleansing balm or something and just needed to run and grab one, I could absolutely see this as being a potential option because it's pretty easily accessible. It does the job really well. It's just a little bit more time intensive. So there's that. And then moving on, the next product is the Inward Agas AQ Herbal Mask. So this is kind of a indie brand, lesser known Korean brand that is carried on Soko Glam. They make a wash-off herbal mask. They have a serum, a moisturizer, and there's actually a cleanser from this line, but Soko Glam does not carry that yet. However, I hope that they do. And its key ingredient is Korean mint. It also has green tea leaf extract, green tea leaf powder, and I've demoed this on a first impressions on this channel as well, so take a look at that. But it actually has little bits of green tea leaves. So when you apply it, it reminds me a lot of the I'm From Mugwort mask because it has little bits and pieces everywhere that are just aesthetically pleasing. They claim that it's supposed to help to even absorb some excess sebum and oil, have a clarifying benefit. I don't know if the actual pieces do that, but the actual formula itself, the fluid is just this nice, almost nearly kind of serum-like fluid. It's much more thin than the I'm From Mugwort mask, so it just applies a lot more thinly, evenly. You get more uses out of this because it's not so thick. And it really did help to just calm my skin, reduce redness, reduce irritation, inflammation, just kind of calm everything down. But there was a little bit of a clarifying benefit. So I did see my skin look a little less oily, feel a little bit more smooth, but not dried, because this has like almost like a gel kind of consistency. So it in fact imparts a lot of hydration too. So it basically took everything I love about the I'm From Mugwort mask and just kind of heightened it to the next level. It was just a little bit more nice in application and feel. It rinsed a lot more easily, even though those bits of green tea are still there. And it also provided that kind of clarifying effect as well. So this is one that I highly recommend. I've already purchased a backup of it. It's on its way because it's kind of my new go-to for a soothing and clarifying mask. Even in place of something like a clay mask, I could see myself reaching for this one. So very, very happy. And then next up is the IOPay Bio Essence. This is, I think they've repackaged it or renamed it since I got mine. So this one's called the Bio Intensive Essence Skin Conditioning, but I think right now it's just called the IOPay Bio Essence. And this is a first treatment essence that you splash on right after cleansing, right after your actives or your wash-off mask. This is like the first step before you move into toners, moisturizers, serums. So this is the bottle. It's this very nice, like kind of heavy bottle. Oh, there's like a tiny amount in there. I might still have to use that. There's a teensy amount. So this is a splash-on essence, first treatment essence. It features Saccharomyces ferment filtrate, niacinamide is in here, camellia, green tea leaf extract, caffeine, adenosine is in here as well. And it's just a super lightweight, let's see if I can get any more out of this. There's a couple drops. So it's just a very lightweight essence that just kind of massages right into skin. Doesn't really have any scent. It's something that is layerable and it just absorbs really, really well. So I would typically do 2 to 3 layers of this because if you see, IOPay has these little tick marks here that are supposed to show you how much to use each day. And each tick mark, so it lasts a month, each tick mark is 6 milliliters, which might not sound like a lot. You use 3 milliliters in the morning and then 3 in the evening, but it actually is a ton of product. If you think of like your average bottle of serum is about 30 milliliters, so you would be using, I guess, a fifth of a bottle of serum every single day, which is just, it's a lot. So I found myself really layering, and then when I was done, I had to actually kind of pat everything in just to get it to kind of absorb and settle. But what I love about this product is it provides so much hydration and so much brightening power. Like I hadn't really been using an essence product that was geared towards brightening like the Bio Essence in a while. All of my essences were hydrating essences, soothing essences, and at the end of the day I found that the kind that I like the most are these really straightforward brightening types, like the Misha First Treatment Essence, the Secret Key Essence, the Neogen Real Ferment Micro Essence. All of those are focused on brightening and bringing hydration to the skin, and that's the type of essence that I love, that classic first treatment essence. So I was so happy to use this. This lasted me longer than a month because I didn't realize that I was supposed to be using each tick mark every day. So towards the end I was getting through it in the manner that they recommend. But yeah, I was either putting it right on a cotton pad or swiping it on, or just splashing it into my hands and patting it in, and I just really found that it helped to manage some of my hyperpigmentation, a couple of my acne scars, but just generally give a nice brightened glow. So very happy with that product. And then another one that I'm super happy with is from Holy Snails. It's their Double Shark Sauce. This is a limited edition. The difference between this and their original shark sauce is that this features 10% niacinamide, whereas the original features 5% niacinamide. You also have sea kelp ferment in here, licorice root extract, panthenol, green tea extract, hyaluronic acid are all featured in here as well. And this is just kind of taking what I love about these essences, like the IOPay essence, and condensing it down into a concentrated serum that still feels very lightweight. You can still layer it if you'd like to layer it, and it just imparts a lot of hydration and brightening once again, just like the essences. I love the complement between two really power-packed, like, brightening products. That niacinamide helps to reduce redness, inflammation, as well as help to brighten the skin. So it's a very nice complement to the rest of a brightening routine. I didn't necessarily notice that much of a difference between using this one that has the 10% niacinamide compared to the one that has the 5% niacinamide. I really found them to kind of offer similar benefits. I've used the Holy Snails shark sauce. It's their sauce du moi, I believe. So they're kind of like limited edition rotation shark sauce, and I used the Hanbang shark, which featured a lot of like traditional medicinal ingredients like ginseng root and those types of things. So, and that one has 5%. So got a lot of brightening out of that one, got a lot of that like kind of glow inducing feel. This provided pretty much the exact same, except that this formulation was a little bit more watery feeling, and it absorbed nicely. The Hanbang edition felt a little bit sticky on the skin because of those additional ingredients. This felt a lot more comfortable and easy to apply. So you can squeeze a little bit of this out and kind of rub it between your hands and pat it right into the skin. You can mix it with a moisturizer, just, you know, a little pea-sized amount with your moisturizer, however you feel most comfortable using it, but it's a great product to add a boost of niacinamide and hydration into the skin. So very happy. And that's actually it for my normal routine. Everything else I have is sheet masks and sunscreens and some other miscellaneous stuff. And that's mainly because my cleanser has been lasting me it will be lasting me into September. My toner is going to be coming with me into September. So yeah, and I have some other products that weren't necessarily empties. They were kind of fails that I bailed on partway through the month because they didn't work for me. So I'll be posting a skincare fails video probably in the next month or so. I don't have a ton of them, so I usually I'll collect them for a few months and then do a video. So you'll see all of the things from late summer into early fall that I just kind of decided weren't going to work out for me, and I set aside to either give away or just to throw away if they're that problematic. So we'll see. But moving on to sunscreens, we'll just cruise right through these. The one that I used for my face is the Hawaiian Tropic. This is their Silk Hydration Weightless Face SPF 30. This is a really straightforward chemical sunscreen that features, I believe it's avobenzone. Let's see what we have here. Avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, and octocrylene for an SPF factor of 30. It has this very lightweight, kind of creamy, almost gel kind of consistency that feels very light, very, it just absorbs really well. It doesn't really feel like a heavy sunscreen on the face, which I really appreciated. It does have that classic Hawaiian Tropic kind of tropical banana scent to it that I personally like, but I know a lot of other people don't like it as much, but I prefer it. I guess not prefer it, but I like it. I don't mind it at all. And so this is a pump style airless bottle, so it kind of raises as you use it. And I just found this to give nice lightweight protection through that SPF 30. It isn't something that's necessarily sweat proof or outdoor proof, so this one I only used if I was going to be mainly in the house, just kind of, you know, next to windows, those types of things. Or if I did run out, it was just for a quick errand. I wasn't going to go on like a crazy hike or do anything too strenuous with this because it isn't waterproof and it only has that SPF 30, and it's just a lightweight feeling sunscreen in general. But just for basic everyday use, I mean, you could take the dog out for a walk, that type of thing with this on. I just was very impressed with how much it reminded me of some of my other favorites from Korean brands like the Klairs Soft Airy UV Essence or the Crave Beauty Beach Shield. It had that similar lightweight feeling, and it goes on with a little bit of a sheen, but it dries down to just kind of a satin finish, and it just reapplies really well too. I never felt, even after 3 applications throughout the day, I never felt like bogged down with sunscreen. So I was very happy with this one, and you can pick this up anywhere. You can get it at a Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, and it's less than $10, so it's a nice affordable option. So there's that. And we'll just stay in line with the brand. Next up is the Hawaiian Tropic Antioxidant Plus Sunscreen Lotion SPF 50. So this is just a very classic middle-of-the-road weight body sunscreen. It has like a white lotion, just very, very typical of a sunscreen from a brand like Hawaiian Tropic, Banana Boat, those types of brands. So this one is water resistant, so you can wear this, out at the beach, if you're gonna go swimming, whatever, or if you're gonna be sweating, this should be sweat resistant as well. And it features a lot of the same ingredients: avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, octocrylene, very similar to the weightless face. And there's some green tea leaf extract in here, mango fruit extract, but they're all very low on the list. The fragrance is the same. It's that kind of tropical, fruity fragrance, but this one just was a nice classic sunscreen that didn't feel like it was building up, it didn't feel sticky, it didn't feel tacky, it just absorbed really well and just left my skin with kind of a soft lotion feel. So not too much to say other than it's an effective, approachable sunscreen that lasts quite a while. You have 6 ounces here. I just burn through sunscreens because when I go out for hikes and stuff, I apply very, very religiously, so I go through a lot of sunscreen. But yeah, something I would absolutely come back to, and something I would consider, if for whatever reason, if I was traveling or if we were going camping or something and I was like, oh no, I forgot my sunscreen, you could stop at, once again, a grocery store or a pharmacy and grab this for relatively cheap. I think this was around $10 to $12. So, and then a lot of the same things to say about the next sunscreen. This is the Rocky Mountain Sunscreen Bonding Base SPF 50. So this is from a local company. I live here in the Denver area, and this company is based out of Arvada, I believe. Arvada, Colorado? Yeah. And so I picked this up at one of our local grocery stores. It's from the Kroger brand called King Supers. This sunscreen features avobenzone, homosalate, octocrylene, so it's oxybenzone free. No fragrance in here, paraben free, octinoxate and oxybenzone free. SPF 50. This has a very similar kind of lotion style consistency, but it's a little bit thicker and a little bit heavier. However, it doesn't feel too thick or feel too heavy once it's absorbed. And it does this really interesting thing, and this is where I think the bonding base kind of moniker comes from, is once you've kind of smoothed it on and applied it, it does kind of set in a way that other sunscreens don't. It doesn't set like a lotion, it sets a little bit heavier, but it does, once again, not uncomfortable, it just kind of sets. It's hard to describe. But what I found is if I brush up against my arm, or if I get some water on my arm, or if I'm sweaty, it really doesn't tend to wipe off at all. Like it kind of holds to the skin. So I found that when I went camping and we went rock climbing and went riding on the ATV, I wasn't being as consistent. Of course, I tried to set an alarm, but there was a couple times where we were in the truck or we were climbing and my little alarm goes off and then there's nothing I can really do about it. I've got to keep doing whatever I'm doing. So sometimes I went like a half an hour later or whatever, with between applications of sunscreen. And this just seemed to protect me for a little bit longer than I had expected, especially being active and outdoors. And I also liked that I could use this on my face. It didn't clog my pores, didn't break me out. It's something I could use everywhere. After about 3 or 4 applications during the day, I did notice a little bit of stinging around the eyes, a little bit of eye irritation. So you could either wear a mineral sunscreen around your eye area just to create that block, or just be mindful not to get it right into the eye line or right close to the eye line, especially if you're going to be sweating. But I just found this to be a really nice product. It's fragrance free, it just smells like sunscreen, and it has, even though it's water resistant for 80 minutes, just like any other waterproof sunscreen or, average, I got a little bit more protection. And that's not to, guarantee that it will, you know, your mileage may vary, but I just really liked this for the outdoor part of my my month, you know, being outside camping, those types of things. This was my favorite sunscreen, and a lot of my buddies that came with me, they liked it because it doesn't smell like perfume or anything like that. It's just a very classic, basic sunscreen that's incredibly effective. So there's the sunscreens, and then the last three things. This is from Sunbum, a hair care product. It's their 3-in-1 leave-in. This is just a mist-in leave-in conditioner. I used this in the AM and the PM, so when I got out of the shower, I put a little bit in. In the morning, I put a little bit in before I styled my hair when I had longer hair. And I just found this to be really moisturizing and nourishing, made my, kind of softened my hair as well, which I appreciated. And it has coconut oil, banana pulp, banana peel, banana leaf, quinoa protein, sunflower seed oil. So very nourishing product, and it has that Sunbum banana scent, which I love. So that one was a total win. I could see though people with longer hair using this as a detangling product as well. I also have the Sunny's Original Surf Paste. So this is a kind of textury style paste, and this can be used in hair just to calm flyaways, to give some light hold, light style, and but there's a lot of flexibility and maneuverability, so you can kind of create some different looks. I use this in my curly hair just to tame kind of the little frizzies and flyaways and kind of keep everything together, provide a little bit of added texture and some mild hold, which I liked. So, and once again, it's got some some hair nourishing forward ingredients, so it's not just a styling product. You have sea salt in here, sea kelp, you have, I believe, there's cocoa seed butter in here, coconut oil, you have hydrolyzed quinoa, banana leaf extract, banana peel extract, so some hair health providing or hair nourishing ingredients, as well as the styling of it too. The only reason that I'm bailing on this now is I shaved all my hair off, so I'm moving on from that. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is from Aromatica, and it's their Mandarin and Elemi Essential Body Mist. So this is an essential oil-based body mist that has kind of a nice fragrant citrus scent. These are actually discontinued, so I'm not going to talk about it too long, but if you do run across them, or you're able to find some still floating around on eBay or on like Joel's or Yes Style, I really like this as a body mist. It provides a nice natural kind of citrus scent. I also have a geranium one and a sandalwood one, and then I also use this as a room spray. So I kind of spray my bed with it, or just kind of spray a little bit in the air. There's some alcohol in here, so it's not super oily, like it doesn't leave oil stains or anything. It's almost just kind of like a spray fragrance, like just a general body mist. So I like it. They give some clean, natural kind of herbal spa-like scents, so I'll just spray it in the air, or just spray it a little bit kind of like on my neck area before I head out. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'll still be able to find these floating around, but if not, then I'll just have to find something else. But yeah, I was very happy with that. So that's it. Oh my gosh, sheet masks. We have to talk about sheet masks. I will burn through these, I promise. Okay. So, Dewy Tree, this is their Deep Green Enzyme Minimal Mask. This was recommended by Eunice of Uni on YouTube. She loves the green sticker sheet. This sheet mask is used to kind of soothe the skin, provide some clarifying power, and I just found it to be very soothing and quite hydrating. So, and I loved the sticker sheet. She's absolutely right. It has this kind of silkiness that almost, it doesn't quite remind me of Taiwanese sheet masks, but it's pretty close in the tight fit, which I really, really liked. So very happy with that. This is one from Jeju N. This is my sheet mask. It's got this, it's gonna be hard to see on camera, but it's got like little print on the actual sheet itself. This is a calming sheet mask that features niacinamide, adenosine in here, camellia, green tea leaf extract, rice ferment, extract in here as well. I found it to be decently hydrating, slightly calming. The mask material wasn't my favorite in the world, but I did like the cute little print on it. So for the fun factor and just kind of the experience of using it, it was a lot of fun, but it wasn't my favorite sheet mask in the world. There's some others like The Peach Slices Soothing Mask from their Aqua Glow line is much better, both in terms of mask material and result for calming. Logically Skin, this is our Aquatide Soothing and Lifting Mask. This is supposed to be soothing and wrinkle reducing and have some lifting with their patented Aquatide complex, which I believe it might just be, I'm not sure exactly what is all in that, but there's niacinamide in here, shea butter in here, aloe leaf extract in here, galactomyces ferment filtrate as well, and sodium hyaluronate. There's some peptides. I found this to be a fairly decent mask. The mask material, from what I remember, felt really comfortable and held nicely to the skin, but I took it off and I really didn't, I didn't write a formal review about this because I didn't really notice that much of a difference in my skin other than like some dewy hydration that seemed to kind of evaporate fairly quickly. It wasn't like, oh, this is deeply hydrating or nourishing, even with the shea butter, which was kind of a bummer. So not something that I would come back to. I was curious about the brand, but we'll see. If I run across anything else from Logically Skin, I'll absolutely happily give it a try, but this sheet mask just set me off for not feeling super impressed with what I was seeing. So we'll see what happens, but not something I would come back to. A couple that I would absolutely come back to are the Benton Goodbye Redness Centella Mask Pack, another one recommended by Eunice of Uni on YouTube. This is a cotton sheet mask that's supposed to hydrate but really soothe the skin and reduce redness, and that's absolutely what it did for me. This had a cooling and calming effect as soon as I applied it. You have Centella asiatica, sodium hyaluronate in here, asiatic acid, madecassic acid, asiaticicide, madecassicide, so like several different forms of Centella asiatica or Cica, and this was just so calming. I had a breakout at the time that I used these, and it really helped to reduce the redness, reduce the inflammation, just kind of calm and balance my skin, so much so that I used these back to back because I was like, oh, just give me this. So I ended up using these for an hour total, and my skin was just so thankful that I decided to do that. So very, very happy with those. You can find these on a myriad of sites, but I got mine on SocoGlam. This one from My Beauty Diary, the Hyaluronic Acid Ultra Moisturizing Mask. I did a review of this whole line from My Beauty Diary, I believe it was last year, and I just love Taiwanese sheet masks. They have a very thin mask material that's very airy and comfortable, almost doesn't feel like it's on, and yet they hold hydration to the skin for a long time. You can go longer than you would normally with 10, 20 minutes. You can go up to 30 minutes, 40 minutes plus sometimes. And so I was sent this from Glowy Co. It was a gift with purchase, and this one features hyaluronic acid, as it says there. You also have ginseng root extract in here, citric acid, aloe leaf juice, you have grapefruit extract in here as well, pineapple fruit extract. And so I just found this to be very hydrating, just as it says, but it also offers a little bit of a brightening and kind of tone up, kind of glow boost as well. And I kind of saw that from a lot of the My Beauty Diary masks. So I'm interested in continuing to explore outside of this kind of classic range. They have some other masks that are kind of in their own separate lines. I believe they might have a couple black masks. So I'm curious to keep using products from My Beauty Diary. We've also got from Peach Slices, this is their Peace Popsicle range of sheet masks. They come in mango, pineapple, and pomegranate. These are just a basic cotton style sheet mask, and even though they have this really bright and fun packaging, they are fragrance free, no artificial dyes, no mineral oil, no sulfates, no animal testing, no parabens, no alcohol. So even though they give off kind of that Tony Moly vibe or Etude House vibe, not to say that those are bad products, but they omit some of the things that you can find in less expensive or more road shop brand style sheet masks. So instead, you've got, pomegranate extract, pineapple, mango extract, Centella asiatica, green tea leaf in here, avocado fruit extract. Some of these feature willow bark for a little bit of a clarifying property, ginger root, all sorts of licorice root is in here. So once again, formulations that aren't exactly what you would expect from something that comes in a package like this. So they're mixing that kind of form of kind of fun, maybe a little bit younger looking packaging with some really, really results-driven formulations. So I loved all of these, even though they're focused on specific things like protecting and nourishing, clarifying and calming, hydrate and glow. They all provided deep amount of hydration, a bit of nourishment, some brightening and calming power kind of across the board. However, the one that really did stand out for me was the Clarify and Calm. This one really did calm and soothe redness, inflammation, and provide a little bit of a clarifying benefit. So sebum reduction, those types of things. It felt a little bit more impactful to my skin out of the three. However, they're all really, really nice, and I would absolutely come back to any of them. And last ones is the Natural Vitamin 21.5% Enhancing Sheet Mask from By Wish Trend. These are a cotton style sheet mask that features sea buckthorn water, and they're used for their antioxidant benefit, for their hydrating benefit, and they're a really good complement to vitamin C. They kind of enhance vitamin C. So the brightening power that comes with that, the reduction of hyperpigmentation or the evening of skin tone, the sea buckthorn or the vitamin tree water can help to enhance those effects. So as a sheet mask by itself, not talking about how it pairs with vitamin C, I didn't see a lot from these. I saw some hydration from them, some watery hydration, but not really anything else. My skin pretty much looked exactly the same after I took these off, even after using them for 3 days in a row. I just really didn't see too much from them. However, antioxidant benefits aren't anything you can really see like with the naked eye immediately after use. You know, there's something that's going to be there to help fight against free radicals, fight against the damage done from environmental stressors, including UV exposure over the long run. So you're not going to be able to take this mask off and be like, oh, look at what the antioxidants are doing. It's just kind of something that you know that your skin has taken in and trust that it's doing its job. So I guess I shouldn't really expect anything too major taking these off, but if I'm going to use a sheet mask, I usually use them for a special occasion or when I want a boost of some sort of effect. I want brightening, I need to soothe redness, I need to help smooth my skin, or those types of things. So if I'm going to use an antioxidant powered product, I'd probably look for that in my moisturizer or my serum or something along those lines where I know the results from that are more cumulative. In a sheet mask, a lot of times we're only just getting the one. We only buy just the one sheet mask. And so having something like antioxidants, which is something you need to incorporate into your routine consistently, you probably want to have those in a product that you're using consistently. And so you might not be using this sheet mask every single day. You might be mixing it up with one of the others or skipping sheet masks for a week, or you don't use sheet masks. So I don't know. These, I guess if you're really, really diligent about your sheet masking and you're mixing it or incorporating a vitamin C to help boost that power, then this could be a good option. But otherwise, they were fine, basic hydration, but nothing to write home about. So yeah, that's it. That's everything from my Empties. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these products. I'm happy to provide any additional information, or if you have recommendations on what I should try next. If you have a favorite serum or a soothing wash-off mask or a sunscreen that you're loving, or a first treatment essence. So yeah, thank you again for watching, and as always, stay glowing. Bye!